Hello and good morning, my lovely ladies. I would like to share with you this beautiful journal that I'm calling my Purple Iris Journal. It was inspired by a book that I got from the library book sale. This book called Flowers of the World by Frances Perry. And can you believe it? I bought it at a library book sale for $1. $1. I live in Canada, so it's Canadian dollars. $1. So basically, 70 cents US for this beautiful book. And I'm inspired to make so many journals from this book. This is the second journal I've ever made in my life. So it's a pretty basic journal. But there are so many lovely images from that book that I just, although very, very basic, I thought it just turned out to be really, really nice. So I'm calling it my Purple Iris Journal because of the cover, but also I've incorporated a lot of purple images within this journal. So this is the front cover. I stitched around the edges and covered it with a bit of lace trim. And, this is the other side. This is a full page from the book. But the other side had a bit of text, so I just selected some purple images from the same book and just covered the text up. So it would be, all images in the front and back covers. So let's proceed. I love this inner page and this very first page. I think apart from the cover, the inner page and the first page is so important because it has that wow factor. I wanted to have that kind of wow factor, even in a subtle way. But in this case, it's pretty clear it's wow. And I incorporated a lot of, purple colors within the inner cover and the first page. I love this beautiful flower. I can't even say the name of this flower, but it's nice and purple. I attached it to cardstock, stitched around, and it's basically a journaling card. And I made a vellum envelope to stick it into here with a doily in the back. So I thought, wow, this is a beautiful first page, if I may say so. Okay. That book is just so beautiful. I mean, I love the pop of yellow, Of course, it can't be all purple within the journal. There's got to be a pop of other colors, and that yellow pop is just so beautiful. I made a vellum pocket, and I loved how this turned out. I put a purple sticker of a flower here, and it almost looks like a pressed flower, doesn't it? It has a pressed flower effect. So I put a vellum pocket in there, and just some ephemera, leftover book pages from a page in another book that I will share with you in a bit. I didn't want to throw out just leftover beautiful book pages, and a bit of ephemera with some purple flowers, and stick it in the vellum pocket. I just love the effect of this vellum pocket in this page. Some vellum, I've got some 6x6 papers that I wanted to use, and I love the purple on this one, so I included that in this journal. See, I love how this turned out. I've, been watching other YouTubers use vellum, and I just am loving vellum so much. And the effect of attaching this sticker is making it look like, a pressed flower within that vellum. So I just really love that. And vellum is hard to attach with glue onto a page, really. So I just thought I'd clip it onto this page. I am using a lot of leftover notebook pages. I love to write, but there are certain notebooks where I didn't use all the pages in it, so I'm utilizing it in my journals so as not to waste those beautiful pages. Some vellum in between. Let's just take a couple seconds listening to how vellum sounds. Isn't that gorgeous? The feel of it. More notebook pages. And this is a page from a different book, but I love the purple image. I thought it would work well with the purple theme of this book, of this journal, I mean. So this is from a different book. This page is from this book called A Key Guide to Australian Wildflowers. So that is from this book, and I just pulled a page with purple flowers and I incorporated it in this journal, inked it a bit on the side with some, vintage photo distress oxide. Love the effect of the distressing on this page. I kept the text. I love leaving some text within my journal so that, I mean, it's pretty obvious, but it's nice to know that it actually came from a book page. More of this beautiful cream notebook page with the dot grid. I love that. And I love the deckled edge on this notebook page. I have another image from the same book, Flowers of the World by Frances Perry, with the purple flowers. And I attached, a top, a vellum envelope at the top of the page with some doiling. And I thought that, okay, the reason why I did that was, see, there's some text underneath, and I just wanted to cover the text up a little bit so that it focuses on the purple flowers. So I thought that was a good solution for that, in covering up the text. And same here, right? This page has text at the top, so in order to cover that, I just stitched in a vellum pocket with some doily underneath to focus on the beautiful flower images. This is an envelope I got in the mail. I forget from where exactly. I think I have an idea, but I forget from where. It's empty. I can stick some ephemera in there later on. And a lot more writing pages. I wanted the user of this book to be able to write. I love writing, and I wanted this to be a writing journal. So again, leftover notebook pages from different notebooks. One is white, one is cream. I love this cream one with the dot grid though and the deckled edges. But if the user wanted to decorate it or add photos, stick some photos, they could use that. So there's a lot of flexibility for the user to use this journal. So if they don't want to do writing, they want to just add, various ephemera. For example, maybe this is a napkin. You could kind of attach it here or attach it to an envelope and then attach the envelope to the page, for example. Actually, I was planning to do this project, kind of glue on the napkin onto this envelope and making it a flip up to a different journal. You can actually do that and decorate it. But you can also use it and leave it for writing. So there's so much you can do with blank pages, right? So I wanted the user to have the option to be able to write in this journal. And I love this music page. This is an authentic vintage music page from a music book. Look at how aged that is. They're nice brown patina. So I wanted to really preserve it and show a lot of the pages. So I've decorated it simply with some delicate white doily. More doily on the other side and another vellum pocket. I love vellum pockets because it enables you to see what's still underneath the page and not cover it up, but still have the flexibility of having a pocket where you can stick ephemera later on. So I just love vellum pockets. More writing pages. Some doily. Again, this is another envelope that I got in the mail. And I did want to leave something from the book that was text. I just think it's fun to have a bit of text from book pages in a journal. Now the center page, look at that center page. It is a purple clematis. Beautiful. It is from one of my favorite books to date that has flowery books that I have to date, and I know you're very familiar with it. It is from the book England is a Garden by Catherine Hamilton, and I just love the pages from that book. And in my latest journals and a lot of journals that I'm making, I'm using pages from this book as center pages because they're just so beautiful and so delicate and lovely. I just love this page. And I pulled out a full signature from the book, which is, of course, as you know, 2 pages from the book, and opened this up as a center page. But because I'm using up the full signature, the page size is much larger than my journal, but I didn't have the heart to cut the page, right? So what I did, I just, left it and show the full signature, but I just kind of folded it over and then just clipped it. So you still have the pleasure of looking at the full book page and even the other side here, right? As you can see, there's a bit of tearing because this was from when I pulled it off of the signature. There's a bit of tearing at the signature itself. So what I did, I put in some washi tape to reinforce it. And I think that was a perfect solution. I think it's still a beautiful image, and it just, the bit of kind of tearing there just lends to the vintageness of the page, right? So a beautiful page that I did not want to cut. So I'm just clipping it over here so I can still enjoy the page. Okay, so now we're getting to the second half of the journal. So this is the other side of that envelope. And I've got pockets here. I can't believe I left that empty, but what I like to do is put in some vintage stationery or just any stationery where you could journal and just tuck it in and hide it within this envelope pocket. More of the doily, more writing pages. Right, I love to write. So I incorporated that here. I love this vintage music page. So beautiful, yet so delicate. I've got to repair that. There's a bit of a tear because it's such a delicate music page. I decorated with doily and a vellum envelope and more doily in the back. So the focus is still on the music page because I wanted to really let that stand out, but decorated it with something that is just simple and delicate and doesn't take away from that beautiful music images there. A lot of writing pages. More vellum. Let's do this again. Oh, listen to that sound. Writing pages, the other side of that envelope pocket where you could put in a tag or ephemera or some notes in there, some secret notes. And then this wonderful book page with purples, pinks, and yellows from that book by Frances Perry. Such a beautiful book. I'm so inspired to do more journals from that book, actually. And this is the other side of that image from the other book that I shared with you as well. More writing pages. 6x6 paper that I trimmed down to have a secret journaling spot there. And this is the other side of that 6x6 paper. I attached the 6x6 paper so it would fit around the signature. And then I just love what I did here. The music pages I attached into cardstock, right? So I attached it to cardstock so that I have this now sturdy flip out envelope thing that I decorated with some stickers. And I made pockets out of text from the book. Again, I love using text from the book so you know it's actually pages from a book. I mean, it's obvious it is, but I just love really highlighting that they're pages from the book. But I didn't want it to be just plain text, so I added some purple stickers in it. And bits of ephemera where you can journal in the back. Of beautiful, beautiful flowers. These are beautiful. Ephemera. You can journal in the back and add even more ephemera on the pockets. And I love this image right here as well. And this is a small envelope that I've attached where you can stick more ephemera in there. A vellum pocket. And I did the vellum pocket and actually the envelope to hide the book texts. In certain places like the inside back covers and the inside front covers and the actual covers of the journal, I like to cover up the text. But within the journal, I like having text, some text, book text in there. So because this was the inside back cover, I wanted the flower images to be highlighted. So I covered up the text with this vellum pocket and this cute vintage like little mini envelope where you can still tuck some ephemera in there. So this is the last page. Such beautiful images there. I stitched around the page as you can see. And this is the back cover. So I hope you all enjoyed my purple iris journal, and I hope you watch more of my videos. So like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a great day.